Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here in person and on Facebook Live. I'm Edna Matsuoka, Associate Minister. Reverend Yasuhiro Yano will be conducting today's service, officiating. Please join us in prayer. Mediation Prayer, page 2. Let us seek the sacred mediation of our Konko religion, sincerely and wholeheartedly each and every day. May we receive the mediation of you with all our hearts and souls on this day, this very moment. Ikirani Konko religion sama, Ikirani Konko religion sama, Ikirani Konko religion sama, Ikirani Konko religion sama. Purification Prayer. Through the way of mediation, we are sincere apologies, we are acceptable to you, our divine praise. We acknowledge our mistakes, innocent penance, arrogance, and ignorance of our divine favor. We apologize for all our shortcomings and irreverences from past generations. Guide us in the way of living to reflect your divine will, with a pure, joyful, and loving heart, always one with you. Kami Prayer. Reverently we pray. The brilliance of heaven, the visions of earth, time filled without cease, years pass without end. In heaven and earth, the life that nurtures all. In heaven and earth, the truth that orders all. For this wondrous form, for these wondrous works, let us praise Tenchi Kami no Kami. Let us praise the divine parent of the universe. Kami loves and cares for all humanity. Of those who breathe heaven and earth, to hear Kami as divine parent, to live Kami's infinite blessings. This is the way. Yet many not knowing the way are lost in greed and selfishness. He suffers like misfortunes, greatest Kami's sorrow. Our founding father, Konko Daiji, suffered many trials in this world. By health, faith, and sincerity, he received Kami's great blessing beyond the life of mutual fulfillment of Kami and humanity. Humbly we pray. Divine Parent's great wish was thus fulfilled. Konko Daiji accepted the call to mediation. That is the major benefit of Kami and humanity. By taking out the way of faith to all who sought him, expounded the lessons of heaven and earth, and he not the coming of night. And he prayed for those who grieve, seeking salvation for all who suffered, and he not the dawning of day. Though he has passed the world change, he did not waver from his task. The
mediation.
That's what guiding principle of daily life. Divine hero that's immune, and restore the universe, establish the way of eternal prosperity, where the nation of becoming globalizing. By the wondrous revelation, we are given knowledge of the way. Through all the hardships of this world, pain of body and soul, the way of mediation teaches us to turn our hearts to God. Without God or day or night, whether we are near or far, the way of mediation teaches us to pray with both our trust. For the living and well divine favor, we offer spiritual apologies and affection and our ways. We testify faith every day, seeking each other judging all divine favor. Let us care for those in pain and guide them to the way. Let us guide us through battles and guide them to a delightful purpose. Come here, fulfill in us, we are fulfilled coming. May this way of mutual fulfillment be manifested in this world. May come in which for peace, well-being of all people be fulfilled. So we humbly pray, so we earnestly pray.
Monthly exercise prayer for monthly exercise for Konko life. Konko life in the life of Tenchi Kainokan. On behalf of Konkokyo Wahiawa, I ask you here we are. Statutory prayer. We gather here today for monthly service on the founding Konko life on this day, November 12th, 2023, through this service. We extend our sincere gratitude and acknowledgement of the divine work, contributions, and appreciable President Konko Daijin, who has presented to the world for the well-being of the entire humanity through the divine will of the Tenchi Kaino Kami. We strongly acknowledge the divine will of Tenchi Kaino Kami revealed to humanity in 1873. Tenchi Kaino Kami stated, although people live between heaven and earth, the Lord Kami's blessings, shrines, temples, and houses all stand on Kami's order. Without this people consult the days and directions, and is rescue to Kami. They suffer hardship due to offenses. Tenchi Kaino Kami, also the Konko life, to provide blessings and teaching, so the mankind may prosper. Kami is Kami because of man, the man is man because of Kami. Both are fulfilled through this mutual relationship. Through the founding Konko life, we have become enlightened to the infinite blessing of the life Tenchi Kaino Kami, and have enjoyed blessings in all aspects of life. We extend a deep appreciation for the work of towards mediation, for the well-being of humanity and the peaceful world. This divine function has been kept by the spiritual head of Konkokyo organization in the last 164 years. This year marks 209th anniversary of the founding Konko life, and also marks 140 years since his departure. We extend our prayers in appreciation for the professional services of first mediation by the sixth spiritual head, Reverend Hiromichi Konko. We pray for his good health and continue engaging service. We also extend our thanks to the ministers who have dedicated their life to spread the Konko peace at many places throughout the world. The founding minister of this church, the late Reverend Haruko Takahashi, was initiated into Konko faith and able to be a Konko minister through the tourism mediation of the Reverend Masayuki and Kiki Kodan of Konko Mission Dokuno, and dedicated in her mission work in Wahiawa for 32 years, in 1940. We extend our deep appreciation and heartfelt gratitude for universal operational discharge in the last 83 years, either through the divine guidance and arrangements, as well as support and help of all people who have ever established relationship with this local church, and help of all the Mitama spirit that the Konkokyo Wahiawa has come to us. We sincerely ask the life for Tenchi Kaino Kami, began Konko life, and Mitama spirit continue to help and guide us in the practice of peace and the further expansion of Konko faith community in Hawaii. We have been trying to be mindful of any elements of blessing, the life of Tenchi Kaino Kami, and try to respond in acknowledgement and appreciation of blessings which we may take for granted, related to what we use, the food we enjoy, the air we breathe, the land we live on, the natural resources we use, the job we have, the family we have, all normal body function and abilities, all elements of life are possible through the grace and love of life for Tenchi Kaino Kami. Thank you for blessings we have enjoyed in our personal and social life. We strive to actualize the teaching of the life of Tenchi Kaino Kami. Please accept the presence here today, the daily offerings, services, any form, and prayer forward to you as tokens of appreciation and deep gratitude for the blessing we see. Let us remind ourselves, can Konko like it then to help us, aid us, guide us to be able to deal with any encounter in life. Thank you for sending a visual prayer. We people who pray we can Konko like with a sincere and single heart. Please fulfill whatever because they help. Please forgive our negligence and ignorance. On suchness of blessing, we may fail to recognize and appreciate the errors and offenses we might have committed, knowingly and unknowingly. Please help us to reform our hearts to be enlightened out of life of Tenchi Kaino Kami. We also pray that all peace and harm will prevail through our acknowledgments of the divine message that we, no one is aware of the blessings of heaven and earth, which enable people to live. Kami shall our people become aware of the blessing of heaven and earth. Konko Raji Go throughout the world, from sunshine in every country, without exception. We continue to extend our prayers for places south to having experienced hardship due to non-natural disasters, crime, poverty, famine, violence, pollution, and other elements. We especially pray that the recovery for the Maui Lahaina fire disaster on August 8, 2023, and pray that my people of many people and all other people who suffer hardships. Dear Lord, for Tenchi Kaino Kami, then allow us to be of service to you in helping others. As utmost expression of thanks for the blessings we have been able to enjoy. We pray that the service is going to go in.
Yeah, good. meditation の天地書きつけページ6。
いきなり今後来日天地風の神しがれ我が心にあり今月の日で共に Pray sincerely with all your heart one with Kami Kami's blessings begin within hearts grateful caring and joy but come always now and forever on this very day pray 何今後大事天使彼の神し願い我が我が心にあり今月の日で共に Pray sincerely with all your heart one with Kami Kami's blessings begin within hearts grateful and caring and joy but come always now and forever on this very day pray Adoration Prayer page 7 We lift our eyes in awe to heaven soaring above. We lift our eyes in awe to heaven soaring above. We bow our heads in prayer toward our rich and deep. Living amid such gifts of Kami's great giving, how happy and grateful we are. The meditation of Kami Konko does not stop for a single day. The protection of the divine parent embraces all far and wide. The blessings of Kami flow without limit through all generations. The ways of Kami are mysterious and wondrous beyond our understanding. Day by day, every day, earnestly and reverently, we praise the virtues of Kami and honor the power of Kami. Shintoku Saiji, page 29. 仰ぎ祭れば天高く
仰ぎ祭れば天高く愚かに祭れば地は厚し神の恵みに生かさる海の幸いぞありがたき我生き神の恩取りすぎと日もかぶる時のなく天地の神の恩守りとき近きの隔てなし神慈しみはよろずよにあまねく満ちて果てしなく感計らいはくすしくて人の思いぞ及ばざる我ら今月今日やび祭りてひたすらに神の御影をたたえ祭らん神の比例を仰ぎ祭らん移動入りMitama Prayer, page 12. Spirits of those who have gone before us, you are given a gift of life in this cosmos and this universe. It is our duty to faithfully teach according to the span of years. You will remember eternally, alive to go from generation to generation, honor as the foundation of our society and the roots of our families. Through the spirits of Kami, you enter the Konko faith, you walk the way of Konko Daiji, respecting the will of the divine parent. stand by us, each and every one. Receive the gift of Kami, and help us to fulfill our tasks as people without failing. Protect us, guide us, enrich us, that we may never lose the way of faith, that we may have to all generations, that we may live in peace and prosperity within our home. Protect us, guide us, enrich us.
立教神殿。この兵器境に声拝差し止めるからその分に承知してくれ。外家業いたし農業で人が願いで呼びに来戻り、願いが済みまた農へでまたも呼びに来農業する間もなし。来た人も待ち両方の差し支えにあいなる。なんと鍵をやめてくれぬか。その奉仕12歳の年には病気で石も手を離し、心配いたし神仏に願いおかげで全快いたし、その時死んだと思うて横を離して天地界の神を助けてくれ。花江もご気になったと思ってくれ。ご気よりまし物言われ相談もなり、子供を連れてぼとぼと農業をしよってくれ。この方のように実に丁寧神信心いたしよう氏子か。世間に何本も難儀な氏子あり、問い次助けてやってくれ。神も助かり氏子も立ち行く。氏子あっての神、神あっての氏子。繁盛いたし、それぞれ親にかかり、子にかかり、愛をかけようで立ち行く。 meet together. Divine message received on November 15, 1859. With the completion of the sacred staff
in your farming career, please understand. When you are out farming, the person at home has to allow and employ you whenever someone comes to give a request. And after you relay the request, you have to go back out again. You have to keep going in and out of the field. This is the little time for farming. Worshipper must also wait for you. Both you and the worshiper are being inconvenienced. Won't you stop farming? When you're very little at 42, the doctor gave you a hope. Everyone worried about you. You pray to the constant Buddhas and were blessed with complete recovery. Regarding this event after death, dispel all desires and superstitions and kami. Also, why should consider such a widow? It is better than a real widow, as she still talks to you and discuss matters. She should take the children with her to the farm work. There are many people like yourself who have sincere faith in kami, but still have many problems. Help these people by performing mediation. It will help kami and save people. People exist because of kami, and kami exists because of people. Thus, kami supports people as kami's children, and people support kami as their parents. There will be eternal prosperity through Konkokyo, mutual interdependence. The Konko faith are creed, page 73. The Konko faith are creed. We believe in Tenchi Kami, the divine parent of the universe. Our founder Konko embraced Kami's revelation and the divine mediator answered the call to eternal mediation. And continuing to go from moment to moment, we realize Kami within each of us. We are fulfilled through Kami. Kami is fulfilled through us. The happiness of everyone is Kami's greatest wish. We give thanks for Kami's blessings, mysterious, wondrous, and mundane. Blessings to get in our own hearts filled with harmony and joy. We pray wholeheartedly to Kami today, every day, trusting Kami as our loving parent, finding peace of mind. We live our faith in service to Kami, each other, and our world, nurturing and nurtured, mutually fulfilled. We hear those who have gone before us, spirits one with Kami, caring for us eternally. We respect and appreciate their past, taking our humanity towards spiritual fulfillment. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here today. And happy Veterans Day. Yesterday, kind of late, but for all the veterans and people who have worked in the military and the government, arigatou gozaimasu. All because of you guys that we are able to have this peace in America and in Hawaii, and we can sleep peacefully at night, not worried about people who are going to attack us, any minute. And it's something that we mustn't take for granted. It's because of all the people who sacrificed their lives and continue to work hard day after day. And yesterday, Veterans Day Parade in Wahiawa, and that's for the first time in a very long time I participated in the parade with the Ryusenji Yaguragumi. We stand and we sang the Soma Bonta, which is the Fukushima Ondo, and it was like a crash course. I sang this practice so many times because they wanted me to immediately sing at the parade. I'm like, oh man, I can't mess up, and I was even irritating my husband. He's like, to tell you the truth, I'm getting kind of irritating with this song. I'm like, not dead. but anyway, I kept singing and practicing inside the house, while I was in the bathroom, driving the car. Oh my goodness, I practiced at least 100 times. So I still had to look at the paper, but at least I didn't mess up, so I'm really thankful. So it was really fun. And what I realized was there was like 4 different decade singers. I was in my 40s, there was somebody in their 50s, there's somebody in their 60s, and my mom is in her 70s. So it was really cool, and that we could all take turns singing the song. And I felt such a rush of energy and a really good adrenaline rush. I was so scared at first because I was the first singer. I initiated the singing, so I was like, oh, I hope I don't mess up. But it was a really good experience. So
楽しかったです。And to be able to see my mom is like, I never imagined this, but it happened and like the night before, I was so nervous. I was like, why did I sign up for this? But then afterwards, it was like, oh man, I'm so glad I did. It was great fun. Anyways, today I want to talk about, you know how we know someone who started a new job, and this is her first job ever that she's actually going to get a paycheck for. Yeah. So it's big. It's really big, and we're happy for her. But the thing is, she's struggling so much right now. So much that, because everything is brand new to her, you know? The environment, the people she works with, the tasks that she has to do, the time management is also new for her. Because all this time, everything was just given. You know, her parents did everything for her. They paid for her schooling, her car, her clothes, whatnot, everything. So when everything is just given for you, then we fail to appreciate that, hey, that's a blessing, you know? It's not something that we should be taking for granted. But when we have to do on our own now, we're going to be the one that's earning the money. It's going to be like, wow, I didn't know it was going to be this hard. And it's going to be kind of a struggle if we don't have that appreciation in the background. But now she's stepping into the workforce, and she's a young adult, and she's an adult now with responsibilities. And it's a very stressful moment in her life right now. And we told her that's normal. What you are experiencing now is absolutely normal. But she said she had a sudden breakdown at work, and she cried. She felt so overwhelmed with the training and not enough training, and she felt like the skills she learned wasn't adequate enough. So she just had this like nervous breakdown. She just began to cry like she'd never done before. She confides in us because we have work experience, and we both let her know that, you know, it'll get better with time and experience. Where else can we build a foundation from? I remember how stressed I was myself when I began orienting on the floor that I am currently now. And the reason I cannot even move to another floor or another profession in nursing is because I'm the type where I like to stick to what I'm used to doing. I don't like to learn new things or go to a new environment because it's very, very stressful for me. So I remain on the floor I am for 13 years. And I told her, you know, it took me 10 years. This is my 13th year now. It took me 10 years to finally feel like I'm a little bit more confident now. 10 years, you know, can you believe it? And I still make mistakes. I still learn all the time. I told this person that the first year will be the hardest, and the first 3 years will also be hard. And for any job, try to stay there for at least 3 years. And they said, there's a Japanese saying that goes, "Ishi no ue ni mo 3 nen." Stay on the walk for 3 years. And even the teaching in the Gorikai, I believe, it says 1,000 days is necessary to achieve any goal. Konko said. And if you calculate 1,000 days, it's about 3 years. So I told her that the only way I was able to survive this stressful work environment that I work in is because of my family and my faith. You know, I can vent my frustrations to like my husband and my mom. Oh, this happened at work today. They can cry on her shoulder. I can come here, I can cry to the sensei. Oh, this happened, it's so awful. And you know, I really appreciate this sort of humiliation. Yes. I come and use the spiritual toilet bowl whenever I want to, and that's a really great luxury for me. I don't even have to hold on to my spiritual garbage all day long. I can let it go right through the spiritual poop chute, you know. And since he'll pray for me daily. And I'm so spoiled. I think we in Konkokyo are very spoiled that a sensei will actually pray for you daily. You recite your name daily. Can you name another faith that will do that for you? Accept your spiritual garbage and pray for you daily? Can you name another faith that will do that for you? I can't think of any other religion that would pray for you. Each individual daily recite their names. I'm so thankful. I'm so spoiled. Well, unfortunately, this person has no faith to rely on, and even being spiritual is kind of iffy for her. So I told her that to start by establishing a relationship with the universe. Have that initial thought of like, hey, maybe there's something greater than me out there. Maybe, just maybe. religion for her is kind of cringy. She doesn't like it, so I don't tell her to, oh yeah, I want you to join Konkokyo. I don't do that. But I just told her to begin to realize that there's a force that's greater out there. People who have this understanding tend to struggle less at work because they are humble enough to accept this great truth. Konko-sama said, since you say you will start a business, Kami will watch without helping. If you have a heart that would like to be allowed to start a business, Kami will support you. Gorikai 1, Shimamura Hashitaro. The same spirituality can apply in any situation. Be allowed to work. Be allowed to cook. Be allowed to do the laundry. Because we are allowed to really live every second of our lives. The most important part in that message is, if you have a heart that would like to be allowed to start a business, Kami will help you. Before I go to work, I make sure to pray in front of my altar for help and guidance for a smooth shift, not only for myself, but for my co-workers and all the patients in the whole hospital. I pray for the entire hospital. But there was one day this year that I somehow forgot to set my alarm for work. And I usually wake up at 5 o'clock a.m. for work. But that morning I woke up at like 6:05, somewhere like that. And I was like, what? What the heck? What's going on? What? It's already 6 o'clock. I gotta get out of here. It's work. And I was like so upset at myself because 6 o'clock is when I'm out the door heading to work, right? I jumped out of bed, put on my scrubs, inhaled my breakfast, and stormed out the door in 10 minutes. So the whole drive, I was thinking, why is it, oh my gosh, why didn't I sit down? Oh my God. And like the traffic wasn't that bad, so I was like, Kami-sama was the last thing on my mind. So that morning I completely disregarded giving thanks to Kami-sama for blessings of waking up and being able to go to work. You know, I don't even know if I went to the altar to say good morning that morning, you know. Maybe I just peeked in and said, hi, bye. But let me tell you, that day was so hectic. Because I even remember it right now. Because I was like, oh man, it's probably because I didn't go in front of the altar and pray, do my usual routine. I was flooded with new orders from the doctor. Everybody was calling me from left to right, and oh Edna, you had a new lab result. Oh Edna, your blood pressure in that patient is really high. Oh Edna, this person, I don't know, something's wrong with him. Oh Edna, you forgot to give this medicine. I was like, I was so overwhelmed and stressed out that day. And I was like, you know, that's probably because I didn't do that there. And I ended up having to stay a bit overtime to catch up on the craziness of that shift. So that day really was hectic because I didn't do my routine prayer. When I do my prayer, 95% of the days I have at work are pretty manageable. Even my mom noticed, she said, these days I noticed that you don't say, oh, today was such a stressful day. Because I used to say that more often before. But these days, I haven't been saying that as often as I used to. My mom has noticed that. And I was like, yeah, come to think of it, yeah, my days are pretty darn good. And instead, she sees that I have more better days than these difficult days. It's because I take a little bit more time every morning to have that quiet one-on-one time with Kami-sama and Konko-sama and the Mikama spirits. It's not that long, only 7 to 8 minutes, you know. As soon as I wake up, we'll go to the bathroom first and then wake up. Comb my hair, and I don't want to present myself like a stink breath and the Kami-sama, but I just do that 7 to 8 minutes, take out my prayer book, recite the Japanese prayers, and just give thanks that I woke up that morning, that every second I'm blessed, that my parents didn't call that morning. No call meaning nothing happened, and that's such a big okage for me. I keep my phone on, never know what's going to happen, right? But doing that keeps my heart grounded, and for me, it feels like the energy of the universe just aligns for me that day. So naturally, I have a great shift. When we start to become arrogant, like, oh, I can't do this, I can do that, all by myself, I'm nobody's self, not even God's self, no. Kami-sama will be like, okay, go right ahead, I'll just stand here and watch you. But you do realize that you may struggle. You probably will struggle. It's important to become confident in your work skills, but I always try to remember that it's confidence with Kami-sama's support. Always keep that in mind. As long as you do not forget that, Kami-sama will continue to support Konkokyo. People who have some kind of faith tend to be more resilient, even under great stress, and things tend to go better for them. And that is because they are receiving help from a divine source. I learned recently that one of the people who writes songs for the musical group Earth, Wind, and Fire, they always keep a recorder with them. And the reason for this is he gets inspiration from a divine source for his song content. And that's why that musical group is so popular. But this inspiration, it comes and goes without worrying. So when he gets a sudden inspiration for a song he's composing, he records it right away, or he writes it down. And that happens to us sometimes, you know. You get that? You get like, oh, like that's a good idea. I don't know where it came from, but that's a good idea. And if you have your phone, you kind of write a memo in it, or if I have a piece of paper, I write it down. But it happens to us sometimes. You have a great idea that comes out of nowhere, but because you don't have a memo pattern, you forget it. And you're like, oh man, that was a great idea, but I forgot what it was. And you lose that opportunity. That great idea from Kami-sama. Kami-sama inspires us, warns us, protects us, suggests to us, corrects us throughout the day. That's if you've been paying close enough attention to the many, many signs that Kami-sama gives you. Pay close attention to signs. I encourage you to develop and maintain a relationship with Kami-sama and Konko-sama in your life and in eternal spirits. Keep doing that for a year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, and I can say, guarantee with a positive difference it has made in your life. It'll be a positive change for sure. Practicing faith takes practice. You can't form a new habit immediately. Your faith must be ingrained into every cell of your body and expressed in your thoughts, words, and actions. Start with the basic elements of the faith, which is to be grateful for today, for every day, and all the things that support us, our friends and family. Incorporating the divine name Konko-sama into your daily life. Being respectful of others, things, and even yourself. I recently went to a trip, we went to Japan, right? And I observe this every time we deplane, we get off the airplane. And you notice like the aisles are so dirty. You notice that too? Pillows, blankets on the floor, rubbish, wrappers on the floor and aisles, and the whole plane was trashed. I was like, what's going on? I was like, these people don't have manners, right? I mean, come on, people, have a little respect. I mean, it's the pillow that kept you comfortable throughout the flight. It was a blanket that kept you warm from the really cold air conditioning in the airplane. Have some respect for the flight crew and the people that come afterward to clean the airplane. Don't be like, oh, it's okay, I can throw all the rubbish on the floor because the janitor's going to come pick it up anyways. Don't have that kind of mindset. That kind of heart is the heart that Kami-sama will not be very happy about. Be a good steward. Everybody's doing their best to try to survive. So we should be a good Konkokyo practitioner on that plane by keeping it clean, folding your blanket, picking up your trash, and being a pleasant passenger, as we say. Faith is the foundation for all things for me because this faith teaches us how to be better human beings. It's not a religion that just prays for you. Okay, we'll pray for you. It's a religion, it's a faith that teaches you how to be a better human being, how to get along with your friends and anybody, strangers, society. It really has helped me a great deal in my life. So in doing so, we will discover for ourselves why we didn't start practicing faith more sooner. Oh man, I should have discovered Konkokyo more sooner. It would have helped me far more back in the days of struggle. Anyways, keep the faith always. Thank you for listening.
take project based service. So thank you very much for Edna Sensei. It's a very strong message. I remember Konko-sama's word in Japanese. 世話になるすべてに礼を言う心、平和を皆すること言わん。And seeing the airplane then after they live. If they have this kind of mind, heart, 世話になる even pure, we count, everything else, we depend on each item. So say thank you, thank you, thank you, and then live now. Could be the way how we live. Anyway, every day after in the morning service or evening service, we currently reading Kyoten Gorika in Japanese, and I happened to encounter a message of Konko. Just a few days ago, when we have been reading Kyoten Gorika in Japanese early morning service, the message in Kyoten Jinkyu Kyogo, authored by Kataoka Jiroshi. The message read, be patient. Patient is like a strong stick. It won't break no matter how, what you carry on it. It breaks, if it breaks, it's not true patience. Konko said, practice with patience. If you want to receive divine blessings, you must be patient. You should practice your faith continuously. You can imagine the very great divine blessing you can obtain by continuously practicing a strong faith with patience. You should look forward to the future and ask Kami to be allowed to practice faith with a patience. Quoting from the Jinkyu Kyogo, number 18. Especially the message of Shinjin Shimbo. Shinjin Shimbo. Attracted my attention. It's a Shinjin Shimbo. In the message, Shinjin Shimbo, not top. Actually, upon arriving in this church, I placed Koshimai innermost of the sanctuary. After spending 46 years at this church, I learned to appreciate the nature of this message. Actually, when we left Amidst Church for missionary coming over here 6 years ago, Wahiawa gave me a Koshimai. In the packet, he took down this message, Shinjin Shimbo. So I put this Koshimai in the sanctuary, in the most probably sanctuary, 46 years ago. And a few days ago, I really appreciate this message for some reason. The patience is like a strong stick. It won't break, no matter what you carry on it. If it breaks a base, it is not true patience. It's not Shinjin Shimbo. Shinjin Shimbo never breaks down. To tell you my personal matter, when I try to find a better half of my mission work, I have conviction that the partner of my mission work task should have this spirit of Shinjin Shimbo. That is to be patient or break what she encountered. If it breaks a bed, it is not truly patient. I asked Kami-sama to give me such a person for a mission work. I simply use the expression of 壊れない女性。Never break down. Never collapse. Resilient. Personally, so if I'm not to separate my wife, I should resign. I go to minister, but my condition when I studied over here, coming over here. Edna Sensei has just manifested the nation, the meaning of Shinjin Shinbo no Toku. So she now enjoyed that blessing, maybe boundless blessing over 46 years patience with the actually, this is Shinjin Shinbo Toku. I thank Sensei for giving me this message, and I want men to be a person with a Shinjin Shinbo, resilient, never break down, never get angry, do not in this, do not defeat them harder. So this could be my message for you. And thank you very much. Page 154. Although by 1874.
はい、どうぞ。Although by 1874, all the children were old enough to marry, only the eldest, Asakiki, was married. On February 10, 1874, Kami revealed the marriage prospects for your 4 unmarried children will come from the Furukawa, Fuji, and Abe families. Do not mention this to anyone until there are discussions regarding these matters. Then on February 17, Tose was instructed to have Hagio take over all family matters, including the finances from that year forward. This was the reason Hagio, while being the second son, came to be the head of household.
After Konko Daijin and Tose received the divine call on November 15, 1859, Tose supported Konko Daijin by taking care of the children and managing the household. When her husband was given the divine name Konko Daigongen, she was also given the divine name Ishi Myojin. When her husband became Ikiyami Konko Daijin, she was given the divine name Ishi Daijin, a sign of acknowledgement from Kami. Kami used the term Ishi when bestowing the divine names for women. Therefore, they were to cultivate each other's faith.
When Konko Daijin prayed and meditated at the worship hall, she often stayed in an adjoining room and prayed with him during those times, and whenever he would leave the worship hall, she stayed to talk with worshippers. Her acceptance of these additional responsibilities often conflicted with the demands of maintaining the household and caring for their children. The more Konko Daijin concentrated on his faith, the more often Tose had to choose between Kami's wishes and the needs of her family. At times, she was reproached by Kami or Konko Daijin for the choices she made. However, because of her tireless efforts as a wife, mother, and homemaker, Konko Daijin was able to focus all his efforts on his faith.
Asakichi, also known as Kaneyoshi, birth name Nobujiro, and divine name Konko Shojin. Asakichi was born on February 8, 1845, and given the birth name Nobujiro. He would survive as the eldest son. As a young boy, he assisted his father and mother in the fields by planting, weeding, and harvesting the various crops being produced. He would also thresh rice and lay them out to dry in the sun. However, when he was just 15 years old, he took over as head of the household after his father received a revelation on November 15, 1859, to retire from farming and devote his life to serving Kami and saving people.
For Tose and Asakichi, there was much uncertainty as to whether Asakichi could take on the responsibilities of the head of household and perform all the duties required as a farmer. On September 10, 1859, Bunji received instructions about this year's barley season, and his son stated, "Allow your son Asakichi to handle the ox. Leave the work to him and do not worry if the ground is not plowed properly or if the rows are not straight. He can stop in the midst of hoeing or digging, but he cannot leave an ox unattended. Therefore, let son Asakichi handle the ox so you can be readily available when people ask you to pray for them." This revelation may have eased Bunji's mind, but not necessarily those of Tose and Asakichi. On the first day of plowing, when Bunji went out to the fields, Tose asked Bunji to begin the plowing, then give the reins to Asakichi. Bunji agreed with his wife and took the reins, but found the ox unusually difficult to handle. Bunji realized this indicated he should give the reins to Asakichi, and when he attempted to do so, Tose and Asakichi both objected. Tose retorted that if an adult was unable to handle the ox, how could a child? Bunji reassured them that Asakichi would be able to handle the ox even if he could not. The inexperienced Asakichi reluctantly took the reins, which were held out to him, and to everyone's surprise, the uncontrollable ox suddenly changed its behavior and became tame and compliant to his commands.
It was not unusual for young farmers in a village to train in the martial arts, since there were times when additional low-ranking warriors were needed. This created opportunities for a farmer to train as a warrior, perhaps even gain acceptance into that class. This was especially true during the last year of the Tokugawa shogunate. Lost might suppressing the rise of unethical activities in the Kyoto area. One such uprising occurred at the Hamaguri Gate in June of 1864, with a force led by masterless warriors against the Tokugawa troops. Incidents such as these increased the need for more warriors. Through the recruitment and support of the assault from provincial training in the art of kendo, he was able to distinguish himself, and in April of 1864, at the age of 20, he made the decision to become a warrior with a football star. In March 1865, with a recommendation from his kendo instructor, 21-year-old Asakiri was appointed as a Lord Samurai. He was assigned to the troop of Lord Wahiawa and received about 5 bushels of rice as a stipend. In recognition of his achievement, his father gave him the name Kaneyoshi, although Asakiri was still being used, and was designated by Kami as a disciple. He was sent to Kyoto as part of Lord Wahiawa's forces, guarding himself from entering the entrance to the imperial palace. He was loyal to his master, worked hard, and obtained full proficiency and mastership in the martial arts, and with these successes, his family grew proud of him.
Personal situation arose when Asakichi was on assignment as a guard at the Hamaguri Gate in 1866. Iwa, Asakichi's grandmother, passed away at the age of 76. Although on assignment he was granted permission to take a reading, which was unusual considering the tense situation which persisted after the uprising. Asakichi returned home on October 8. The same day, his younger brother, Hagi, also a samurai, returned. As the head of the family, Asakichi held the funeral service on October 13, which was conducted according to Buddhist tradition, with many people in attendance. Some noted a sense of pride in unity with it to son's presence.
おはようございます。Good morning. ただいまから歌を4つ歌わせていただきます。Now, how I finished the grand service. So, now, 天地、神の神様、信心の栄光を歌わせていただきます。Page 58。ここに置いてある。恥ずかしい。よろしくお願いいたします。
Yo
Chinese shrine, like page 46.
I need to laminate it, yeah. The paper.
With a heart caught up in doubt and worry, I face my life every morning, wanting to shine, but somehow holding back joy and fear, still in my heart. Still I know, even one as small as I can run into someday and find a shining, shimmering, brilliant light, glowing from a path that never ends. Instead of losing hope or fearing what's ahead, let's keep on moving forward with our heads held high, for we are all living in a world that embraces you and me with its love, supported by the prayers of those who care for us. We are never alone in our lives. When I'm down and ready to surrender, when times are hard and it seems so dark, just know each day that I'm never on my own gives me strength and courage to try harder. Holding hands with my friends standing by my side, swinging arms together we will walk to that shining, shimmering, radiant light, light from a path that never ends. Instead of losing hope or fearing what's ahead, let's keep on moving forward with our heads held high, for we are all living in a world that embraces you and me with its love, supported by the prayers of those who care for us. We are never alone in our lives. Instead of losing hope or fearing what's ahead, let's keep on moving forward with our heads held high, for we are all living in a world that embraces you and me with its love, supported by the prayers of those who care for us. We are never alone in our lives.
ありがとうございました。ありがとうございました。Thank you very much. Please take care. お二人の方。はい。
いやい
今後来世天地金の神石に願え、おかげは我が心にあり、本日今日で頼め。 池上今後大臣天地と根の神自身に願い、おかげを我が心にあり、今月今日で頼み。
ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。Thank you. Just an announcement on November 18th, Saturday from 3 p.m. to 4:30. We're going to have the third Konkokyo International Yatsunami gathering on Zoom. You can message us on Facebook for the Zoom link. If you can join us, that will be wonderful. It's to celebrate the birthday of Konkokyo. Have a good week. Bye.